so I'd written, and I tried to do a Bunload of Fun Jokes. I finished Bunload of Fun Jokes number 2, and I released it, but it wasn't... Actually, that might have been a lot more recently, like in 2019. That was, yeah, I think I finished it after, technically after I finished, yeah, after I finished. After I started working on Turnabout Restraint. But anywho, I tried to do a Bunload of Fun Jokes number 3, but it just wasn't landing right, so I tried... So, the thing is, I had this, like, burst of inspiration one time, I think. I don't know, I just compiled some ideas in a notepad document of, like, ideas for a case, and I ended up making it a reality. I mean, there was some stuff I just cut out. You know that's a good sign of writing when you cut stuff out, when it goes through multiple drafts. You know, you've all watched that Irishman talk about how The Simpsons is so good. You know, he talks about how the writers said that they went through like dozens of drafts for like the jokes, and you can really tell that it's like thoroughly worked through the jokes because they're so intricate. Well, yeah, so like Nintendo Capri Sun might say that, you know, for Let's Playing, the first take is always the best take. But, well, Let's Playing is a pretty different medium, so for writing, your first draft is not the best one, right? So, you know, you make multiple drafts, and, you know, I actually did that, you know. I wanted to be stubborn at first and just try to work it in, even if it wouldn't really work. But I decided to cut it out just because I just wanted to have something of quality. And sure, the amount of mysteries in it, well, the amount of mysteries was short as it was. The thing is, Turnabout Restraint was a bit of a failure when you really think about it. But I don't really want to get into that. It was a massive failure, really, which is why I feel a bit ashamed. Like, it might be better than some Ace Attorney cases. Like, sure, I saw some pretty low quality ones, which it's better than, but still, like, I feel like, you know, it's me, it's 123 Fendus, it's A. Nick fan, you know, I feel like I can do better. And so let's just get to the point. So sometime around 2018, like early 2018, I started working on Turnabout Restraint. It had the code name, or rather the original name, the first name. The temporary name for it was Turnabout Shayarusha, which is kind of cringe, as they say. Oh no, this is the dude. Ah, I missed. Wait, he really couldn't get me? That's embarrassing. This dude knows that I know that he's the murderer, so he's gonna try his best to eliminate me. Well, let's just play a game of cat and mouse here, wherein my bow malfunctions so that I cannot shoot the murderer. Thanks. Why does that happen? So I started working on it, and it was pretty slow at first. I only made like 100 frames and then I stopped or so. And then I returned like a year later to finish it up. And I worked really hard. And I finished it, and it was a huge relief. And yep, I released it on the forums. Enthalpy said that he'd get to it eventually or something like that. He's busy for now, but he's looking forward to it, I think is what he said. Which made me happy, but well, it's been like 3 months, and well, as far as I know, he hasn't played it. I'm not gonna sit here and complain though, because like I said, I prefer when I don't get criticism, to be completely honest here. But just so that's pretty much just expanding on the thing about why I wanted Enthalpy specifically to play it. Well, the thing is, I'm kind of jealous of Enthalpy, or I've been thinking about, you know, you can hear based on his name that he's a smart dude, you know, Enthalpy, like, what the fuck is that? Well, that's some physics thing about like heat. heat transferal or some crap. I actually looked it up once and it looked interesting. It looked quite interesting, so I'm like, well shit, Enthalpy is really good at this math stuff, he's really good at this physics stuff. Well, I want to be like that. And so that's been kind of my motivation sometimes, you know. Because I don't want to lose to Enthalpy. Even though that sounds dumb. And it is. Other than that, I don't know if... I mean... Like sometimes with moderators, I might be on bad terms with them. Like maybe on the ungdomar.se forum, maybe I'm on somewhat bad terms with the moderators. I don't think I am with Enthalpy though. Because I think I've been I think I've been a pretty good dude on the forums. Like, I'm not a moderator or nothing, but I, like, moderate pretty well. I take a vigilante job at it. You know, I browse the help and support forums, and I try to answer people's questions before Enthalpy gets to them. Because I'm just... I don't know how he feels about that. Well... No. But here I am, sitting here, trying to make my life more interesting than it really is. Dude, I can't answer you because I'm muted. Why am I taking a screenshot? I'm recording. I can't answer you because I'm muted, okay? But I wish I could tell you. Or what's the second verse? I hope that as time goes by, you will think the same about me. Many nights awake I lie. I only wish that you could see. I know that we're only friends. I hope this feeling never ends. If I could only hold you, it's the only thing I wanna do. That song is pretty good. The thing I dislike about that song is that it has a pretty underwhelming guitar solo. I wish it were good. Like Dry Ice. But I just remember listening to the intro to Only of You and just getting this dopamine kick. Like, those beginning chords, even though they are actually pretty simple, they sounded so complicated to me at the time. You know, I was trying to play the guitar and I was like, what is this sorcery? Little did I know that it was just power chords. It was just F sharp 5, A5. No. Yeah, F sharp 5, A5. Or, okay, A sharp 5th, A 5th, and D 5th, and then B 5th. That's it. Doom 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 doom. But I didn't know that it was that simple. But either way you slice it, it sounded really cool to me. I just got some dopamine from that. Just that chord progression. Doom 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 doom. Oh. Ah. Don't spoil. It's not spoiling. Dude. Yeah, what? That's not a spoiler. What are you even talking about? I don't even know. And I remember I was so new to music at the time, like how music works, like as an instrument and like music theory and stuff. You know, when I listened to The Coming Clean by Green Day, there's this instrumental part in the middle where it's kind of like this guitar solo, you know. There's like this guitar melody. And I thought that it was guitar I thought that part was just consistent of power chords. Because that's all I knew at the time. I knew power chords, and of course I knew full chords, trig chords too, because you learn about them in school and stuff. But pretty much what I thought Green Day was just consistent of was just power chords. So like I thought when there was a melody there in Coming Clean, I was like, oh well, this must be like some complicated power chords they're playing here to make it sound like that, like dun 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 And singing that just now made me remember that I actually learned that melody on the ukulele. I wonder if I've forgotten it. Well, I haven't forgotten it entirely, have I? I actually learned that melody and I played it sometimes.